Hello and welcome once again, fellow girls, guys and gaming fans. This is Small Archangel. Welcome back to 7 Days to Die, Alpha 14. And as you can see, I have put our third door. I have now put the word garage. Again, it doesn't show up ever so well. We've got storage, we've got living, and we have now got garage because this is going to be the new location for our bike. That should probably say exit, shouldn't it? But I wish I could do different coloured letters because now all I see is, they're so big, all I see really is massive letters, so it's not massively helpful actually. But this is our new garage, which we made in the last episode but one. And we've got a couple of chests in here now as well. I've got a lot of fuel in that one and some repair kits for the bike as well. And in this one we've got the bike parts themselves. And then as you can see here, we've got our entranceway here, which hopefully is going to be big enough without me having to take out any more of those blocks. I might have to take out the blocks above there, which is a bit of a bind because it's reinforced concrete, so that's going to be fairly hard work. And then we've got the tunnel so far. Now the tunnel in its completed form only goes this far just down here because it's going to take a lot of concrete. I have not lined the thing out completely with concrete because it's going to take us insane amount of stuff, and I just, yeah, no, it takes till Christmas and we haven't got till Christmas. So this is how far it goes so far. However, it goes an awful lot further. In point of fact, it's just about the full width tunnel comes out the other side of the town, just about at this point. But that's as far as I've dug it. It goes all the way to the hub city, just about. I haven't quite broken through at the other end because I don't want to funnel the entire contents of the zombie population of hub city into my base just yet. So what I'm going to see if I can do, because it actually physically takes a long time now to actually get through my base, you know, sort of through this massive tunnel to even start mining it out. So what I thought I would do is I've brought our bike down here in bits, so we'll just see if we can put this onto the floor of the garage here and build it up. Oops, I didn't quite mean to punch it, did I? There we go. I think that's all of it there. Except it hasn't got any fuel in, so we'll have to fuel it up, of course. Let's do that from in here, then we can see how much it's taken. All of it. Okay, well, let's see. We'll probably have to, at some point, put a fuel depot at the other end of it as well. And there is something that I want to try doing here, actually. I'm making a few of these pillars, and basically I want to see if we can kind of get through there in spite of the fact that we've got pillars there. This is something I have kind of tested out a little bit, and this is something that was pointed out by ZNation, there we go, FFS, which is that you can drive through pillars, which is quite cool, on a bike. We can't get through them ourselves, so whoops, we're going to have to do this on the bike. And as you can see, this is quite wide enough for the bike. Whether we can get the bike through a single gap at the end, I don't know, but we're going to certainly try, because what I want to do in this episode really is, this, you can see that's as far as we've got so far with just the single. Whoops, there we go, with the full width of the corridor. And you can see, if I get off the bike now, just about got to the other end of that. So we've got the tunnel, it's going to go, it goes all the way along here, and then it's dog legs up here, and then it goes pretty much to here. But I haven't broken through at the other end yet. So let's just get back on this bike and see if we can go all the way through. Yes, we can. This is good. We've got a little bit of clipping through, looking a bit weird, which is why I want this to be longer. But it means we're going to be able to get to the other end of this sort of quicker. And you can see all sorts of deposits along here. We also pass through this tunnel. We also pass underneath the desert, which is quite cool because it means that I've actually got quite a bit of shale oil deposits from down here. Because of course we're at bedrock level, which is where the shale oil generates. And I'll have a lot more shale oil to make more gas with after I've finished sort of digging this out properly, and if I find some decent seams I might even follow them and sort of mine it out down here. And if we get time, I will add to this tunnel as well to make sure that we have a way of actually exiting with the bike that's nearer to the main part of our base, rather than always having to exit near the hub city as well. But as I say, for today, what we really want to do is sort out the exit point. So I've got some items in my backpack which hopefully are going to help us with that. And you can see quite how long it takes to get through here, even on the bike. And that's why I wanted to get my bike down here, because frankly, if I had to do this all on foot, we'd be here forever. Okay, well here we are, near to the hub city. I'm a bit nervous about parking the bike on, you know, terrain, as it were, even though it's underground, because normally I don't park it anywhere that I haven't built myself, but I didn't have much choice at this point. You can see we're facing the hub city, and this is where I've got the slope of the tunnel going upwards. So we're going to follow that now. I've got a shovel here, or a shovel that I made, and because I've basically dug all the way up to the top where we have got just soil, really. And so what we have to do is dig this out, and I'm not quite sure exactly how close to the hub city this is going to come out. I haven't exactly planned it to the minutest detail. There we go, some soil right above us there, and there is where this is where we're at, and presumably we're not going to have too much to dig out here. There we go. It looks like we've come out in forest rather than actually in the hub itself, which is jolly good, especially given the time of day, 8:30. So we're going to have to be quite careful to make sure we don't attract any unwelcome attention at this point. And here we are, right on the edge of the hub city, so I couldn't have planned it better. However, we are in a very vulnerable position. Now, what we want to do at this point is map out with these frames. And I will just do this roughly to start with, and it's probably, going to be a case of coming back here at a later date to get this. What have we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we probably want a 7 square. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Miraculously, no zombies have noticed me yet. This is a good thing. Oops, there we go. And what we need to do here is dig this out. Oh crap, here we go. Oh, what? I missed him, that's rubbish. And again, what the heck? Now, why the heck am I missing him with every single... Okay, something's bugging out there. I'm not that bad a shot. Really not. So I don't know what's going on there. That must have been bugging out. I know I can suck with a crossbow, but not usually that much. Okay, so we're going to dig all of this out. And now, even though I'm not absolutely certain this will work. No, we need them up that way around. We need to place our concrete poles which I will upgrade properly once they prove to work. Now, I cannot get out there, but the good news is that the zombies cannot get in. Now all we need to do, and for the moment, we'll leave that. What we need to do now is see if we can get the bike up there and through. So, let's try this. So if it doesn't work, I've got some rethinking to do. Now we've got to try and aim. There we go, marvellous. And then we need to try and get back through again, which is easier said than done. There we go. Although I'm a bit backwards way around there, I could do with going in forwards really. And I'm sure I'll get the hang of this. Okay, there might be an easier way of doing this. Which would be good, because any second a ton of zombies is going to show up. But I'm going to have to... Oh, go on, go down the flaming hole. If I tried, I absolutely couldn't. Yeah, if I even tried, I couldn't do that. I couldn't drive the bike along a tree, but there we go. So, what I could do with doing is getting the bike back up to the top, in actual fact, because there's nowhere to turn it round in here because it's too narrow. So I need it back up at the top, but that's really difficult to do because we have to reverse up very, very slowly. And then we'll hopefully be able to sort of... There, at least it's done now. There we are, so... no, it won't go. Okay, we're going to have to leave it down the bottom, which is unfortunate, but there we are. So, we'll leave the bike back down the bottom, and then we will... And it's bouncing down here in an alarming manner. There we go. Stop. And then we shall continue with our build. And we're out of concrete, so I'm going to have to make some more concrete now, which means I can't even upgrade these, but I've got plenty of concrete back at the base. But yeah, at this point, I'm going to have to reverse the bike all the way back unless I can get the bike up here. And then, so yes, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about that. I could have done with the bike being up here, really. What I might do is take the bike to pieces and then bring it up here and then turn it around and get back to base again. Ultimately, I'll be able to turn the bike around quite easily, I think. But right now, it's a little bit on the awkward side. But you can see what we're achieving here. Hopefully we're going to be able to get in and out of here, only on the bike of course. I personally can't, as you can see. I get stuck there and can't get through. The Zeds can't get through either, but as long as we've got enough of a head of speed, we should be able to fly through there easily. Getting out, getting back down again might be the hardest part. So there we go. Anyway, I'm going to get back to my bike, take it apart, put it back together up there, and hopefully I've got enough. Yeah, we've got no fuel in there, but we have now. There we go. If I grab that, and then we head back up top, slowly of course, because this is quite a hill. And then I will put back my bike together and facing in the right direction. And hopefully, yeah, we'll be able to turn it around once the corridors are all 3 blocks wide. But as I say, it's going to take me a little while to be able to do that. But at least once I can turn the bike around at each end, it's going to make things a little bit easier. Okay, so this is very much not a finished job yet, but there we go. But at least, place the thing, but at least we can see what we're doing and what we're trying to achieve. Right, let me just fill that up, there we go. And I might just actually place some of my essential gear in here. I have noticed with the nail guns they're only level 1, but once you repair them they never break again, which is probably a glitch, but yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna head back to base now, hopefully. There we go, with my headlight on. I'm gonna bounce down my little slope here, head back to base, refuel myself and my bike, and get some more concrete on the go so that I can finish this job off. Phew. Even on a bike it takes a long old time to get through there. For the moment I'm going to have to put a few temporary ramps here to enable us to get up, and then move those along as we manage to fully sort of complete the corridor. There we go, and into our secure garage. There we are. So, and then at the other end, where we've just been constructing, I will also make something a little bit like this. So it's a sort of a turning circle, and also we'll have a chest there as well, which we can put fuel and what have you in. And that'll make quite a good drop box as well, possibly for looting the hub. Oh, supply drop. But for now, I need to get some more concrete mix on the go. Perhaps get my forges going and make some more cement mix, although I've got a fair bit of that in here already. I'll get some stone and some sand, and I think we've got an absolute shed load of sand in here as well. So I shall make some more concrete mix, and I shall get on with crafting this tunnelway, and hopefully, as I say, by the next episode we will have a fully functional tunnel to the hub, and we'll be able to go and raid the hub somewhat more easily and more securely, because it means that as long as we're through the entrance to our tunnel by nightfall, we should be quite safe to get back to base without worrying about the hordes running after us. So, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. If you have, let me know in a time-honoured fashion. Hit the like button. Do feel free to leave any comments and further hints and tips. Of course, I am, in doing this, acting upon the advice of various players of 7 Days to Die. In any case, I think it was ZNationFFS who discovered this glitch where you can ride a bike through pillars, or I think quarter blocks work the same way as well. You can get through them too. I've tested it. And thank you to players and subs like Rhinoceros Lip who let me know about that as well and pointed me in that direction. We will be using this mechanic in Alpha 15 as well if we possibly can, but again it's going to require some testing because the chances are we're not necessarily going to be able to do that. But even if we can't, right now it's going to stand us in some pretty good stead. There we go, get them just in case. Yeah, and so we're gonna enjoy that, and if we get the opportunity to use this mechanic in Alpha 15, we will do. I'm already thinking about my base design plans for Alpha 15. So guys, I hope you'll join me for the next episode of 7 Days to Die Alpha 14. Until you do, keep gaming, keep surviving, and stay happy. Bye bye for now.